it's completely waterproof. 100% waterproof. So you can go swimming and still look absolutely fierce and come out of the water. You can cry, you can do whatever, you can get married, you know, you can have a really bad day and you still look flawless and fearless. And it looks like skin, yes.
If you were using it on top of the foundation, would it still provide that waterproof?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great question. And then the other thing I'm going to add to this is the reason why it makes the skin look absolutely luminous is the fact that it has crushed mother of pearl in it. So refined crushed mother of pearl. So no matter who is wearing an air flash, this is why it looks so complete and it just looks untouchable. But here's the other thing you may have noticed. You notice that air flash doesn't contain SPF.
Right.
Okay? So it was meant for photography. So if you include, if you're taking pictures, for example, you don't really ideally want an SPF because the SPF will kind of bounce back and reflect too much light. So this is perfect. But if this person is not taking they're not taking pictures and they love air flash anyhow, just, you know, you want to think about what you can only get an SPF, correct? Beautiful. So let's talk about two other add-on products, you know, in terms of priming. So Pore Minimizer, Glow Maximizer was just developed last season and added to our universal product. So Pore Minimizer is beautiful. I would say that Pore Minimizer is kind of like your modern version of using a powder, but instead of using it all over the entire face, you can just use it in certain areas that you're shiny. This can go before or after makeup. So even throughout the day, if you tend to get shiny, this is beautiful on top, it's fine. And all you do is you need to emulsify it, that's the only thing. So at the counter, what happens is the formula starts to stiffen just a little bit. All you need to do is emulsify it in between your fingers and press it into any areas that you want to alleviate the shine. Glow Maximizer, this on the other hand can actually be mixed in with foundation. So you can mix this in with foundation, you can mix it in with your skincare, you can use it before or after makeup. It's my favorite product ever. And what you'll notice is that it doesn't have like a pinky hue, but it's almost like really, really golden. So it works for everybody, okay? But if you want to perfect the complexion, these are little things that you might want to incorporate in. Skin Flash. So what do we know about Skin Flash so far? What makes it so unique?
It has
So we said by skin and hyaluronic acid. But what are the benefits of those two products or those two ingredients? Plumping, and tightening. Okay, plumping and tightening all at the same time, so it doesn't separate on the skin. And of course, it's brightening. What is Skin Flash? Is it a concealer?
No. It's a brighter.
It's more or less a highlighter. You can use it as a concealer if someone doesn't have that much to conceal, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's more or less a highlighter. Okay? And how do you use Skin Flash? Think about it this way. Lightness brings everything forward, and darkness brings things back. So if you want to enhance a feature more, and if you want to open up more space, then you would apply more Skin Flash in those particular areas. Skincare, you know, again, we just mentioned Skin Flash, so get used to applying it onto a spatula first and working directly from that. Rosy Glow. So Rosy Glow, another beautiful product. So Rosy Glow, I think that, would you agree with me when I say that maybe blush is probably the hardest thing to match for clients? Like, it's a little intimidating, right? So what's beautiful about Rosy Glow is it really does give you kind of like a natural flush to the cheeks. And here's the thing, you can use it in other areas of your face too, not just in the cheeks. And I learned a beautiful trick from Ricky Wilson, who's the celebrity makeup artist for Dior. So what he does with this product too is he actually uses it in the contour area. So for anybody that has like a type of like a hooded eyelid or droopy eyes, or they don't have that much space in between here, by incorporating Rosy Glow in the contour area, it almost gives like a natural lift to the eye. The other thing he also recommended is to use the Rosy Glow in the neck area for photography. So basically what it does is it kind of gives a focus on the face and it elongates the neck a little bit more. So try it on the neck area, try it a little bit in the contour area, especially if you're working with all cool colors and you need a little warmth to make it pop a little bit more. There's so much you can do to Rosy Glow. Also important is that your clients see the versatility in all the products that they're on, okay?
So all over the neck or just where you would contour?
I would say like all over the neck, but going like upwards. So mainly like along the sides of the neck, like right in here going upwards. Yeah. And And you can try that later on too. Dior complexion. So now let's talk about, foundations. So as you can see up here, yesterday we talked a lot about asking the right questions. What are some questions you might ask in terms of fitting your clients in the right foundation?
What kind of coverage?
Okay, so one is coverage. What's that? What's it? So one is coverage. So we have coverage.
What's your desired look?
Okay, so what kind of results are you looking for? What's your desired looks? Okay.
And what kind of skin type? Like oily, dry?
What skin type? Anything else I'm missing? Finish.
Do you want an SPF? Or are you going to be?
SPF. Okay, beautiful. Anything else? I love that. Thank you, Morgan. Yes. So important. Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Do you want it to be true to color? Because there are people in certain markets that want to be lighter, and there's people that want to be darker as well. If you're in LA, everyone wants to be darker. If you're in San Francisco in certain areas, maybe they want to be lighter. Depends. So true to color. Anything else?
Environment, like where you're wearing it?
Occasion. Yes. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. Thank you, Danny. You know what I'm going to do is I am going to highlight this one. I think all of these other ones will be pretty much asked. These two I'm going to highlight. Occasion's so important because we have to keep in mind this. We've got to keep in mind that your modern woman has a foundation for every single occasion. One for, maybe she wants a BB cream for when she hikes or goes to the gym. Maybe she needs one for when she's had cocktail hour, right? Or one for every single day. And the other thing we've got to keep in mind is, on my days off, if I'm coming into the store, I'm not going to always look like I look like right now, right? So I want one that's going to cater towards me, or different types of foundations that are going to cater towards 24 hours of my life, yeah? Okay, good. So occasion is really important too. One more I might add to this is, do you want to be true to color in your neck? Because the thing is, sometimes some people are darker in their neck, and for me, for example, I don't want to be the same color as my neck because my neck's darker than my entire face. Yeah? Okay, good. So now, here we go. Okay. So now let's talk about the different foundations categories that we have in the world of Dior, because we have quite a few. So in the world of Dior, what you see from the left side of the screen going to the right, it's from the lightest coverage to the fullest coverage. Everything in your nude line, I need you to write this down, okay? So everything in the nude line, what they all have in common is the fact that they all give a bare skin effect, so that's the type of finish that it gives. The other thing is they're all made with mineralized water.
What is it? Mineralized?
Mineralized water, yes. So minerals do not work, and this is not in your workbook, minerals do not work unless they're activated by water, okay? So if you sit your client down and they tell you I'm using something that's mineral based, you can even ask them, what the current product that you have, do you know if it's made with water? Because if it's made with mineral oil, it can actually work to clog your skin instead. So what we do differently in our world, we were the first to develop that. However, we don't do it unless we do it right. So we actually took the minerals to Saint Jean de Bray in France, and we're like, how do we get minerals to work in the skin anyhow? So what we discovered was minerals don't work unless it's activated by water. So every single one of these products right here that say nude in it, so whether it's the concealer, whether it's the foundation, whether it's the BB cream, whether it's the bronzer, all made with that. So it doesn't oxidize in the skin quickly. Isn't that great? And you can actually get the true benefits of the minerals as well. BB cream. Here's my question to you. Does anybody know what BB stands for?
Beauty balm.
Beauty balm. So the origins of beauty balm is actually, it originated in Germany, and of course the Asians put it on the map, but it was originated by a German surgeon who, after he would give his clients procedures, as they walked out, he noticed that they wanted some sort of coverage, but he also wanted to give them something that would be healing to the skin as well. So the beauty balm was developed for that woman who wanted the healing benefits to her skin, but also wanted coverage. So really, who is this for? This is for that client that's looking for a tinted moisturizer, but needs just a little bit more. With our BB cream, with our nude BB cream, not only is it made with mineralized water, but it basically has 3 different types of teas. So green tea, red tea, and black tea. So very, very, very high in antioxidants as well. Pretty incredible, right? But here's the thing, you might notice that with the nude BB cream, it's low in SPF, so it's only an SPF 15. So really think about where you can plug in the gap and where you can incorporate an SPF in. The nude serum, which we recently developed last season, and I want you to feel the texture between the both of them. Okay, so the nude air serum, the reason why it's called nude serum is because it kind of has a serum consistency. It's more or less like your modern type of foundation. So the intent of nude air is for anybody who wants their skin to breathe. So say for example, your client is going to Hawaii or she's going on a vacation and she doesn't really want that much makeup. This is beautiful. So what this does is this basically works to inject oxygen into your skin. It also has cranberry oil to protect the skin. So cranberry oil to protect the skin, mineralized water of course, and what did I just say? And what else does it do? And oxygenated air bubbles. Yes, so oxygenated air bubbles infused into the skin. So one, the reason why you're getting something breathable is because you're getting doses of oxygen into the skin. Pretty magnificent, isn't it? But what skin type is this for? I would say that you definitely don't want to give this to anybody who has dry skin type. I would say pretty much combination to oily would completely work, and that's fine.
I was curious, I don't know why they have marks, or why Dior has a mark with not very much coverage, because I found it has wonderful coverage.
It's great too. I think it depends. Most of our foundations too, you'll notice that it's definitely buildable. So it depends on how you apply it.
And some people don't write it off because it really has big
No, this is it. I would agree. I would say that it's pretty much like that means like medium. It's like a medium type coverage. It can be light to medium, depending on what brush you use, right? The other thing I'm going to say about nude air is that if you need to sample it, please, you cannot. It's only compatible with glass, so you cannot sample in a plastic container. Okay, Morgan.
So I've noticed even if I keep the lid open, like on accident, it looks a little bit yellow the next time I go to use it. And then when I close it, it looks different. So I don't know if that does something as well.
Well, it's that oxygen.
Okay.
It's because and this is why it's such a special formulation.
Yeah.
Currently, the major competitor, the competitor that has a very similar product to Nude Air Serum is your Armani Maestra, but let me tell you the points of difference. Points of difference is the fact that Armani is only an SPF 15 and ours is an SPF 25. Points of difference here is ours injects oxygen into the skin and theirs, they don't know what it does. They just know it's weightless and that's it, okay? Moving on. Yes, we still have the nude tint in the line. So yes, this also gives that bare skin effect. Yes, it still has that mineralized water content in it. However, nude tint, yeah. So what you'll notice, if you feel the difference in all the textures, you'll notice that this one has a little bit more substance. So what does that mean? That means that it would be great maybe for someone who has more of a dry type skin, more dehydrated type skin, or just needs a little bit more nourishment, okay? So I'd say that if your clients, they love the entire nude franchise, I would say this is more for like combination to oily, this one's more for like a dry type skin, or even, I don't know, combination is fine too. This is great for Sunday product. This is for like camping, that sexy girl that goes camping or to the gym, right?
Glamping.
And needs just like even coverage to the skin. Any questions so far? Moving on, let's now take a look at Star Foundation. So Star Foundation is very much, we kind of nicknamed these two foundations, Forever and Star, we nicknamed them the sister foundations. Why we call them the sister foundation is because they're both long lasting, okay? But the only difference here is the finish. So with the Star Foundation, you have almost like a luminous finish from underneath. It doesn't mean that it makes your skin look dewy, okay?
Like a satin.
So it's more like a, yeah, you're right. So kind of like a satin finish to the skin. In terms of Forever, this is more of a semi-matte. So Star is more luminous, and you have Forever, that's more semi-matte. Who is this developed for? Like, think about it this way. Like, in the past, traditionally, for anyone who had more of an oily type skin, traditionally they only had one option, which was matte. So, what we learned is even people had oily skin, they still wanted their skin to look absolutely radiant, so this was kind of developed for them. I wouldn't put anyone who has dry skin in Star. Not really. Okay? Forever, let's talk about Forever real quickly. So, Forever is also very long lasting, but it's a semi-matte finish. And Forever, if you look at the actual packaging itself, what do you see? What's below that word Forever? Fusion?
Perfection.
Fusion wear, right? Does it say fusion wear?
Yes.
So you'll see on the model that it says fusion wear. What that is, it's a type of smart technology that adjusts to what your skin needs. Okay? So what I mean by that is, for example, if you're a combination skin and say you're oily in the T-zone area, it'll identify where you're oily and it'll basically release mattifying agents into the skin. In the areas that you need more hydration, it'll release more natural humectants into the skin.
It's a smart foundation.
It's a smart foundation, yes, it's a smart foundation. Who is this good for? This is good for maybe someone who's traveling to another climate. Say for me, I have extremely dry skin. Say I'm going to Hong Kong this summer where it's like, I don't know, it's like nothing stays on my skin and it's super, super wet and humid there. This would be great for me when I travel. Who else is it good for? That combination skin that tells you, you know what, I can't seem to keep my makeup on. It's beautiful because it helps read your skin type. Yeah? Moving on, let's now talk about, Capture Total Foundation. So these two, full coverage, but not heavy. Definitely not heavy. Did you have a chance to play with it? So you'll notice on the hand, when you put it on your hand, and I'll be honest with you, I tried every single foundation when I started with the brand, but I was skeptical of trying Forever because for a long time I was one of those people who every time I thought of like a fuller coverage, I would think of heavy. But one day I felt like I really needed it, and I was like, wow, oh my gosh, this is not heavy at all. It's a full coverage, but you can keep layering, okay? With Capture Total Foundation, that's also buildable. So you'll see it's a medium to full type coverage. What kind of foundation is this? I would say that this is an anti-aging foundation and really great for extremely sensitive skin. It's great for anyone who loves skincare benefits and needs that extra nourishment. It's more of a radiant type of foundation. It has the same benefits that are in Capture Total system. So although the Capture Total says Capture Total serum, it doesn't mean that there's a serum in there. What it means is that it's a serum-like consistency. Yes.
My question was, my understanding was that the Star had properties of the Dior Snow in it. Is that true? That's what I've been told. Brightening.
Right, so brightening, but it doesn't have like any of the same ingredients in terms of like Edelweiss or what have you. Yeah. But it is more like a studio type, like brightening from underneath, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, good. So moving on, based on what you know, let's play a little game. So you're gonna see a quote, you're gonna see a phrase that pops up, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna match it to the foundation you think it is. Semi-matte and long lasting. What do you think that is?
Forever.